everyone. I'm Steve here with Brian Sanchez at our studio in at Fitness for 10 in Carson City, Nevada. Thanks for being with us, Brian.
Glad to be here. Thanks for having me again today, Steve.
Okay, so we're going to talk about personal trainers, and you are a personal trainer. And I want to talk. I mean, it can be intimidating going into a gym first time, but one thing that's really good about personal trainers is they're going to be a partner with you to help you figure things out. You hear me say everyone's different. I say it all the time. And look, I'm still figuring my body out as it changes. So sometimes it helps to have someone to give you some new ideas and will teach you if you don't know how. Um, it's a benefit to have that person to help you figure things out. So go ahead, Brian.
Hey, if you're new to the gym, it's always a good idea to at least sit down for your free session with a trainer. And we have lots of that here at Fitness for 10. We will work with you for your first time. It's not going to cost you a penny, but just to get ideas, to assess where you're at. But the importance of working with a coach in the gym system, when you look at personal accountability in your busy everyday life, you're going to get caught up in a lot of stuff, and you're going to find a lot of barriers that will pull you away from your focus on your own health. And that's where us trainers come into play, because we're that little thing that sits on your shoulder. It's kind of like when I'm lifting and I'm getting ready to bench real heavy. I hear Steve. He sits right here on my shoulder and says, "Remember, don't lift outside of your means."
Don't do too much.
Yeah, there's these little coaches that are around you all the time that design individualized training programs. We don't have a general program for everybody or a standardized system of training for everybody, because every person is different. We have clients that are tremendous athletes. We have clients that are just starting day one in the gym, and in all ranges of levels of fitness. What we're focusing on with the individuals is first keeping everything fresh all the time, but we're always working on their functional movement. So when you're looking at functional exercises, I'm talking about stuff that's going to maintain the strength just for your day-to-day activities. You might not think you're doing a lot in the office, let's just say, and you're going to work, but you're pushing, you're pulling, you're twisting, you're standing up, you're sitting down. Well, we train the body so that's very accustomed to that. And that's where your functional activities come from, or your functional exercise, or your mobility. Can you sit down and tie your shoes? Now I say that not to tease people, not to talk down to people or shame people. It's a fact of life. Can you sit down on the ground and stand up? Can you walk, 100 yards from the house to the garage and grab a tire and pick it up and put it over by your car? Or are you completely gassed? Do you have the mobility, physical mobility to get things done? Well, your coaches, your trainers, they work on specific exercising that will work for that mobility. So you're going to tie your functionality with your mobility. Then they're going to add in strength conditioning. Now, strength conditioning isn't coming in to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Strength conditioning can be with weights, can be without weights, can be body weights. It can be bands. It can be just pure movement for some people. We use every modality that we have at our access in and outside of this gym to develop your strength training. And with most coaches, you will have different types of training. For instance, I had a client today. Everything we did in our facility in the upstairs portion today was body weight strength training. That's it. Then we came downstairs and we finished up with weight training using not only machines, but using free weights. And we did a combination of everything, and we moved in more than one plane of motion. In other words, what I'm talking about, we had twists, we had forward and back, we had side to side, so that the mobility of your body, the functionality of your body, and the strength of your body is working all together. So we keep all those things in mind. Balance training. Look, you might be clumsy when you're young, but I will tell you what, I am not as good at my balance now that I'm getting older as I was 30 years ago. However, I have pretty good structure balance because I work at it. Your coaches will take the time when you're training to do certain things to develop that balance, to put you on one foot and make you do shoulder presses, to put you on a Bosu ball and make you do squats, because your brain is going to teach itself how to balance out, which then leads you into stability exercise training. So if you're working on your balance and your stability and you have exercises within your daily workouts incorporated into that that help it, think of everything you're doing. You're not only working on your functional, your mobility exercises, your strength exercises, but now you got balance and stability incorporated into your program. It's not about being every workout. They might have you on 3 to 5 different workouts a week, but you're going to incorporate that into your week. Then your coaches are regularly going to be dogging on you about your stretch program. When to use stretching, uh, when to use static stretching over movement stretching, if you will. Static being sit, hold, things like that. There's a couple of different schools of thought. I'm one of those people that I save static stretching for specific zones in the beginning if you have something going on. But generally, I try to do static stretching after workouts because I don't want the muscle to relax. It's like doing yoga in my mind. That's just a theory. But we're going to do functional movements, which are also going to incorporate into movement and stretching all at the same time. Then the biggest thing we have to offer at the end of all that, once we get your stability, your strength, your balance, your movement, your flexibility where it needs to be, your stability's on point, is the performance of the body. We fine tune these workouts regularly so that you're at the highest level of performance in your body that you can be every day. Give us a try. Come and see us. Your thoughts, Steve?
Yeah, and the last thing I would say is that, you know, for all those out there listening to us, you're probably not anywhere near any of our clubs in Northern Nevada. There are other fitness for tens in other states that are licensees, but so I would encourage you to at least check out personal trainer, uh, no matter where you are, and because it's a motivational help, and it'll help you with your discipline because okay, I paid for it, I've got it. You're going to show up, so it's going to help in so many ways, and definitely change your life. So wherever you are, whatever gym is near you or personal training studio or whatever it is, go check it out. As Brian always says, ask questions, and maybe try it. You can try a few sessions at first and see if it's for you. And it's important that you really connect with your trainer. I believe that you want to build a really good relationship with your trainer. So those are my final thoughts.
I'm good with that, brother.
All right, everybody. We will see you next time.